Hi there, it's Carrie from KDS Insurance Services. How are you doing today? Today's Thursday, actually today's Wednesday, and it is the 17th of November, the week before Thanksgiving. Can you believe it? We are a week away. Just doesn't seem possible. So I'm coming to you today because I want to talk to you about a subject that's unpleasant. But I've seen and experienced as recently as a week ago the sudden passing of a dear friend who was extremely young, had way too much life to live, and it profoundly affected me when I heard of his passing because, you know, I think I'm a pretty organized person and I'm in the insurance business, so I know how important it is to be prepared. But when you hear of this, when somebody is so young, it really does make you step back and think about a lot of things. People that are in and out of your life, your family, your businesses, and if you are truly prepared, if you're called. You know, human beings, we're all going to face this, and it's not something we like to think about. It's not something we like to talk about, but it is a really important conversation that you need to have. And this message is not to sell you products, but to reach your heart and instill in you how very important it is to be prepared. Because tomorrow is never promised for any of us. Never. And so we need to be prepared. You know, if you have loved ones and you want to make sure that when you do pass, that your loved ones are taken care of, depending on whatever stage of their lives they're in, it's important to reflect in your own heart as to what you want, what your final wishes are, what you want to happen, and most importantly, what you want to leave the loved ones that are in your life. Because it can happen, and I've seen this happen 4 times in my career, where people were thinking about it, didn't pull the trigger, and so they didn't have anything in place when they passed. A couple of other individuals who were prepared but didn't have enough. And there's been a lot of changes in this market, in the insurance market, in the life insurance market. The greatest generation is about to retire. There are more people, more baby boomers retiring in the next 5 years. My generation is at the end of the greatest generation, and so all of my friends and people that mean a lot to my life are in that generation, and so it really does make you stop and think about, am I prepared? Have I done everything I need to do financially to take care of my final expenses? Final expenses these days, just for a very average funeral and memorial service, you're looking at $15,000. And these vendors want their money up front. And so it can cause a significant burden on a family if they're not prepared. The burial industry, the funeral industry is an industry, and so they want to get their payments in a timely fashion, and it can be very complicated for the loved ones. They're dealing with so much as it is because they've just lost this loved one. And then to have to think about all of that in that time frame is mind-boggling. I watched it with a death in my own family, and it was excruciating to watch. the loved ones try to get through all of that and come out on the other side of it and not be devastated financially because of it. So my message to you today is, if you are considering life insurance, and if you're 40 years and older, it is so important that you have some sort of life insurance to protect your final expenses and to protect your family from those final expenses, because we're all going to have them. It is a reality of this life. And so if my message today can reach you and reach your heart, if you're sitting on the fence, now is the time. Now is the time for you to take the first step, get in touch with somebody wherever you're located, talk to a licensed professional that can find the best product for you that fits you and fits your needs and fits the needs of your family. That's really important, really important. And if I can relay, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of losing my words here a little bit, because it profoundly affects me when I see this happen, and I've lived it, and now I'm living it really close to home, and it's a traumatic experience. And if I can help facilitate, or you can help facilitate, working with a licensed professional to alleviate their anxieties, that is worth so much peace of mind. And so I just really want you to take this message to heart. And if you're on the fence, please take an hour and get with somebody that can help you, that can walk through this with you, that can guide you to get the right policy for all of the needs that it's going to have to meet at the time that you pass. So I know it's a heavy subject, and it's not a subject that we like to talk about, but it is a very important conversation that you need to have with your loved ones, because they're not going to know what to do if you don't tell them what you want and what your final wishes are. That's just as important as making sure financially that you've planned, because without some guidance, it's very difficult for family members to know what's the right and the wrong thing to do. So that's it for today. I know it's a tough subject, but I did just want to reach out to you, and maybe this message will touch somebody that's kind of procrastinating to do the right thing and to be prepared. It's great peace of mind for you, and it's most importantly great peace of mind for those people in your life that you love the most. So I hope you have a great week. This is probably going to be my last message for the week, for obvious reasons. I've got some things I've got to do this week, and so this is probably my only message from KDS Insurance Services, and it's probably the most important that I've done in a very long time. So God bless, take care, tell those that are in your life how much they mean to you, and never ever take for granted this beautiful blessing that we have, and live the very best life that you can live. God bless. See you soon. Bye-bye.